Hello boys and girls, this is my Triumph Street Triple 675R 2012 model. So I've got some issues with the fork seals. Obviously it's leaking, that's the dust cover. Let me focus on there. And then as you can see, I've got some oil dripping down. So this started leaking yesterday and leaked all the way down here, so I had to stop riding and come straight home. So we'll have to remove the fork. So for that I already removed this small panel, and as you can see I don't have a proper jack, so I had to improvise. So the bike is not touching the front wheel, and then it's touching on the middle. I know it looks like it's resting on the exhaust. The exhaust is touching a little bit, but actually there is a tiny lip underneath there where it's the engine frame, I believe. I might be wrong. It's touching that rubber mat. It's not ideal, don't judge me too much for that, but it is what it is. And obviously I've got the rear stand. So to remove the front forks, we'll have to probably remove this head on by 4 screws. I'm not sure if I have to remove it yet, but probably will. And then the fork is held on by those nuts or screws or whatever they called. And another 2 here. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna loosen that one on the top first, and then obviously, yeah, so we're gonna remove the tire, which is held on by 2 of these here and that, I believe. And then obviously we need to take off the brake calipers, which are on both sides. I believe they are held on by these nuts here, so should be fairly straightforward to remove that. And then let's see what else. And then yeah, and then I think we can just slide the whole thing. Oh yeah, so we're only gonna loosen this first, this nut, and then start undoing the top, that one, because at that point these two are still holding it. And then once the top is loose a little bit, then we can loosen these other 2 bolts, and then yeah, and that's how we're gonna get started. Wish me luck. I never done this before, and this is not a guide how to do it. It's just more of a video of me doing it. Hopefully I can do it by myself. Worst come worst, I take the forks off. If I can't change the oil and the seals in it, then I can take it to a local mechanic. We'll see. So wish me luck. Okay, so loosen these. I just loosened them. And now we're gonna do the same on the other side. Okay, so we just need to take this one out for next step. Getting there. And that's the wheel off. So I'll just put that one back in there so that I don't lose it. We can put this aside. And next thing, we're gonna take the forks out. Well, we're gonna loosen those two nuts and the top one a little bit more, and the whole thing can come out. I can see a lot of rust. I didn't look after this too much, but in the future I will know. Possibly that can cause the seals to leak, but to be honest, the seal was old because it's got 22,000 miles on it, and I had this bike since it had just under 5,000 miles on it, and these never been done before, so it was about time for them. I think it's recommended to change it every 3 years or so, or something like that anyway. So yeah, so we'll see if I can change the oil and the seal myself. If not, at least I can take the forks off and take it to a mechanic if I really mess it up, but fingers crossed, we'll see what I can do. Here it is. One thing I forgot to do is loosen this bolt. Apparently this is the preload adjuster, so for that I need two hands. So we need to undo this all the way till it stops, and that should, yeah, that should do it. So yeah, there we go. And also the other thing I done, see it says hard and soft, I believe it, that's why it says that. So I went all the way to the left for the soft setting, so when I take the whole thing apart, it's gonna have less tension. Okay, so we're gonna remove this again. We're just gonna drain the oil out. Come closer. You can see there is quite a bit of dirt in there, so some part of the oil is pretty clear, but there is still some dirt in there. So we're just gonna let that drain for a little bit. Okay, so if you have a look on the bottom of the fork, there is a hole just on the bottom. I will try to get the zoom in. Focus in there. Okay, so you need an Allen key for that. So if you go a bit further, so this one just slips in there. Nice, bit hard to move it. So we're just gonna do a little assist with this. Okay, so that's better. Put this here just in case we got any oil coming out. And this should help us drain even more oil, and we should be able to take the spring out after this. Stop. Oops. So there we go. Shouldn't have dropped this on the floor, but here is the telescope. So we're not gonna take this apart. I'm not planning to. I think everything is in good condition on this one, so we're just gonna inspect it. Obviously that wasn't a good thing to drop it, but accidents happen. So what we need to do now is gonna pull this apart. Okay, so get the remaining oil out, let that drain in there. You can even drop it in there. So you can see all the dirty oil in there. So we're gonna let that drain, and in a minute we're gonna pop this seal off, and then it's ready for cleaning, and then it's ready for the new seals to go in. So we're just gonna pop this dust seal off. Fairly easy to take it off. So we're gonna put it to the side. You can see it's pretty damaged. It hasn't been changed in forever, so no wonder. And then the next thing we need to pop out is, I think it's called bushes. So you want to be careful not to damage anything here. This one, so that we're gonna clean. We might need to get a new one of that one as well. And then another tiny seal. I'm not sure what this one is, so we'll just put it here. And then should be another one, so we should be able to get to the oil seal. Just cleaning it so I can see better. So there we go. So we're just gonna inspect this one, and can't see an obvious place where it was leaking, or actually I can see a bit of dirt in there, like a piece of rust or something. But yeah, it needs changing anyway because it was old and it was leaking. And we should have one more thing here, which is this one, and that should be it with the seals. Okay, so yeah, it seems like both sides are the same, so it won't matter which way we're gonna put it back on. We're gonna give this one a clean. We're gonna keep this one, potentially this one, and this one. We're gonna give this a clean. This seems in good condition, so I don't see a problem why not use this, unless I can find one on the internet. And if you look inside now, that's everything out from here, so we're just gonna give it a clean. Okay. So we're gonna take the second one apart. This should be quicker because at least I know what to expect. So we're gonna take this a bit harder. We'll get there in a second. It's better now. So this fork wasn't leaking, but we're still gonna change it. Okay, so we're gonna drain the oil out again out of this one into here. Can pause it for a second. So while that is still draining, stop it for a second. So yeah, while it's still draining, I kind of loosen this on the bottom. Not enough. So let the oil drip there, and we're just gonna loosen this up as much as we can. Because we need to take this bottom nut out again. So second time doing it, it feels a little bit easier. Once you know what you're doing, then things are a little bit easier. Oh, go back in there. So in case you're wondering why I hold things so weirdly, both of my thumbs are hurt. This one's actually swollen, so that's why I'm struggling a little bit to hold certain tools and to have strength on it. So yeah, so I'm doing the same mistake as before. So this one's turning, but obviously the top is turning as well, so I'm gonna grab a piece of kitchen towel in a second so we can stop the video there for. So this is spinning around when I'm trying to turn, so we're gonna grab hold of this and still need to use this. Slowly getting there. You can pause it there for a second. Okay, so I'm improvising here, trying to compress the fork because I can't get that bottom nut out. So I'm using this ratchet strap to compress it all the way down. See if this is gonna help. And now I'm gonna try. See if it, because the problem I've got here, the rod inside is turning and just keeps spinning around, so I'm trying to find a way to remove this. If you hold it like that, probably I need to loosen this and redo it again because still not good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna try to compress it again using this ratchet strap. Because that wasn't good enough previously. You see it's getting closer. So the idea is to load up the spring again. Oh god. And then hopefully the tension will will keep the rod inside in place to stop it from turning, and then in a second we'll see if I can loosen that. Well, the bolt is loose, but it's just spinning around, so we'll see in a second. So have we done this? It's pretty tight, and finally got proper movement here. And there we go. Finally got that out. So I read this online. So this is what causing us the trouble. Okay. So finally we got it out, and then we can finish the job.